Starship is a fully reusable super heavy lift launch vehicle being developed by SpaceX, an American aerospace manufacturer. It is the tallest and most powerful launch vehicle ever built. It's a two-stage to-orbit launch vehicle consisting of the super heavy booster stage and the Starship second stage or spacecraft. The spacecraft has four main variants: cargo, crew, propellant tanker, and lunar lander. Of course, the man responsible for the project is, guess who? Elon Musk. Welcome back to the Tech Era channel. Our topic today is SpaceX and its first launching to orbit. But before we start the video, as always, we ask you to turn on the notification and subscribe to our channel. When you've done that, then we can begin. The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, said on June 13, 2022, that it determined SpaceX's plan to build, test, and launch its Starship heavy lift vehicle from the Starbase facility in Boca Chica, Texas will, quote, not result in significant environmental consequences, unquote, to surrounding sensitive wetlands and the wildlife living in it. That's provided the company takes adequate action to mitigate negative effects. A Starship is an immense rocket, standing nearly as tall as a 30-story building. It's intended to carry people and equipment beyond Earth's orbit to destinations including the Moon and Mars. It's been pegged by NASA as the main support vehicle for the Artemis mission that will return astronauts to the lunar surface. While SpaceX's official response has been muted, company founder and CEO Elon Musk said via Twitter Starship is ready for an orbital test flight in July. The top man at SpaceX didn't stop there. He said SpaceX will have another vehicle ready to fly the following month. Musk dared to speak like this because the decision that SpaceX had been hoping for had been made. Let's see what he's talking about. The decision was the outcome the private space transportation company had hoped for. After months of delays, the FAA at last published the final Programmatic Environmental Assessment, PEA. The environmental document was accompanied by a mitigated finding of no significant impact record of decision, both of which were made public by the FAA on Monday, June 13, 2022. To get the FAA's final nod to begin launches, SpaceX will have to perform a list of 75 actions intended to minimize the impact that manufacturing and flying their oversized lift vehicle will have on the environment, nearby historical landmarks, and public access to surrounding recreational areas. While the PEA found SpaceX's activities will be disruptive, the FAA says the company can minimize the impact it will have using preventative measures to minimize expected negative effects. The company must also compile detailed plans for responding to any launch anomalies, the FAA's polite term for spacecraft crashes and fuel explosions that may take place during testing. Even with those mitigating measures and plans in place, the FAA will still require SpaceX to prove it can pay for any damage it might do. According to an executive summary of the PEA, SpaceX must carry a heavy-duty insurance policy before launches can start at Starbase. Since Elon Musk can do the impossible, he'll certainly fulfill all the conditions necessary for the long-awaited launch. If SpaceX abruptly flips a switch and starts to test Ship 24 with some degree of urgency, it's possible that the Starship could be cleared for the first orbital launch attempt by the end of August. Super Heavy is a much larger hurdle. Aside from the apparent removal of all of Booster 7's 33 Raptor engines, which will likely take weeks to reinstall and recover, its status is somewhat ambiguous. If SpaceX decides to fast-track Booster 8, which is nearly ready for engineless proofs testing, the Super Heavy side of Starship's orbital launch debut is probably at least 2 or 3 months away from flight readiness. Realistically, assuming SpaceX isn't going to take a massive risk and try to launch an unqualified or minimally qualified rocket, Starship's first orbital launch attempt is unlikely to occur before October or November. But hey, it's closer than we thought. Looks like this is happening after all. SpaceX will be launched. What do you think about this? Do you believe the launch will happen? We believe that Musk will not give up until he achieves his wish for the launch, and he'll certainly come up with some creative ideas that will perhaps speed up this process even before October or November. There's a comment section below, so feel free to leave your comments and share your opinions there. After commenting, please make sure to turn on the notifications so you don't miss more videos like this. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and drop us a like. Also, share the video as much as possible. Thanks for watching today. Have a nice day, and we'll see you again very soon.